First of all, I have a flood update. Thank you to our emergency management group for providing these updates. This one's dated today, April the 2nd, 2019. So we have a City of East Grand Forks flood update. We're seeing increases in river levels and anticipate continued increases with warmer weather. Item 2, the National Weather Service has actually improved the flood outlook into the 75 to 90% range from the March 15th outlook. And so now the current crest, and again it's very dynamic depending on precipitation, rates of thaw, tributaries coming in at different times and in different intensities. So this is still a ways out and very dynamic, but still we have to have an idea. So currently we're operating in that 45.8 to 49 foot range. If you recall, last week we were in that 50.6 as where we thought we may end up. So the forecast is favorable for continued slow melt with minimal rain in the forecast. Obviously that's very favorable. We're observing river flows coming in from the east on the Red Lake River and from the south on the Red River. So far levels are coming in lower than expected. Crews in East Grand Forks are prepared to build flood walls and closures at a moment's notice. The National Weather Service is starting a daily flood briefing and flood recon sharing starting April 3rd, tomorrow, to share information happening in the Red River Basin. And our staff will be monitoring and meeting daily to watch river levels and the weather forecast and planning accordingly which closures may have to be installed. So operating at that 45.8 to 49 foot probability range. If you remember the series of closures we talked about last week, that would still take us through basically that whole series of closures if it comes to pass in this fashion. And again, the exact sequencing of those will depend upon just exactly what's happening in that moment. So we will anticipate most of the closures, if not all, taking place that we talked about last week. And that is where we are. And I'm sure it's going to still change if we get unusual precipitation or sudden changes like warming. That could be updated as we go.